Cape Town is in the house. Bloemfontein is in the house. Juanita from Canada is in the house. The USA is in the house. We always have people from all over the world joining our Zooms, and it is always such a blessing to get to know all of you. And as Tam and I said, hopefully one of these days we'll be making a trip to Africa, and we cannot wait to meet most of you in person. But today, you guys, I'm going to ask, and he started the recording already. Of course he did. But you guys, I want to share something with you that Nick Papa's posted. I think, Nick, you put it on your group. Nick, if you can just help me out if I don't want to misquote it. But it said that impatience is the breeding ground of the successful. Is that correct, Nick?
That's correct, and it was Elaine's post.
Elaine
wrote that. Yeah, she's on the call. She's on the call now today.
Hi, Elaine. Thank you for sharing that quote with us, Elaine. I don't always comment to all the posts and stuff because I get too many, but I read all of them. But I want to tell you that is so true, you guys, because if you are a visionary, like most of us on this call, there's something inside of you that is stirring, and it just cannot happen fast enough for us, right? We're always in our heads 2 steps ahead, you guys, and that is so true for an entrepreneur as well. But I think we need to understand that just having a vision and not a practical plan might not be the best scenario. You want a vision, but you also want to be able to translate that vision into a practical plan. And one of the aspects of this business is getting people to join your team, getting people to become customers. And that is what today's training is all about. How do you do that? How do you prospect? We call it prospecting. For those of you new to this business, we call it prospecting, and that simply is the process whereby you present your business opportunity to other people and your products. So I have invited 2 people that have been prospecting like crazy in South Africa the last few months. And I want to introduce you to a couple. They are entrepreneurs. They have multiple businesses. New Age RX is not the only business that they run very successfully, but they truly have an entrepreneurial mindset, and we can all learn from this dynamic couple. I want to introduce you to Bernard and Heidri Stander. And I'm going to ask them to unmute themselves, and they don't know this, but I'm going to ask them a few questions before they start to give us their presentation. Hey, guys.
Hi, Erika. No pressure, eh?
Well, where there's no pressure, there's no pressure, right?
Just before you, Erika, just before you start, I just need to warn you guys. So we're from the small little town called Melkbos, about 30 k's away from Cape Town. And in this little town of ours, we only speak English for self-defense. So please bear with us.
English for self-defense. That's a good one, Bernard. I hear you. That's funny. Well, we love your English, right? And we have accents, but that's part of who we are, and we can embrace that. But guys, tell everybody on this call, and we have 65, 70 people on this call. Tell them, how long have you been in the business?
Geez, Erika, we joined about 8 months ago. 8 months ago, I jumped into this business. I saw the business opportunity. And after I heard from yourself and Tammy and Brent Palmer, I was like, oh my word, I want to be part of this. I want to be part of this excitement. I want to be part of this opportunity coming to not just South Africa, but the entire Africa. So I jumped in, and I thought I will only start getting actively involved in this business February this year. But oh my gosh, after the second Zoom, I just decided I can't wait 4 months. I have to just jump in and get into it. So yes, it's been 8 months. It's been a roller coaster of highs and lows. definitely more highs. And I haven't looked back one day. We're very lucky. We're very excited about this opportunity. I think we're even more excited now than when we joined. So, yeah.
Bernard, when Heidri joined, you weren't necessarily involved. I only got to meet you a few weeks after Heidri joined. Like, you were in the background, right? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely it's true. Heidri decided, and I trust all the business decisions she makes, and she decided to join. And I trusted her, and she was busy, and I know she would maybe tell you guys, but she wasted 3 months trying to find something negative.
2 months.
Okay, 2 months. She pulled this company completely apart. She was trying to find something negative. And in those 2 months, I was walking past when you guys were having Zooms. And then every now and then when she was talking to people, I would pop in and I would throw in my 5 cents. And, it was I think it was a Zoom with Jimmy and Henri that was very interesting. And after that, I just said, we've got to. And we've been in business for 22 years, owning our own businesses. And this was the best business decision we've made in our life.
Yeah.
So why do you say that? Because, well, we are still, in Africa, we're still in pre-launch, right? So, and yet you already say this is the best business decision you've ever made. Why do you say that?
For us, it was purely a business decision. We looked at the figures. We looked at what was possible. We heard from you guys, and we saw you guys, what you guys have reached and where you are at the moment. And we saw that. For us, it's such a nice thing to speak to people about this business, because we know where you can be. There's no limit for you in this business. So for us, it was purely a business decision. And we've got the products. We were so excited. We thought, wow, what a benefit. The product is even better than what the business opportunity is. So it's just a win-win situation.
Yeah, for sure. I think for us, it was purely business. I looked at the opportunity, and for the first time, it was something that Tammy, you and Erika said on one of the Zooms, having time for our families. And that just was for me a huge thing, thinking for the first time ever, I thought, you know what, maybe there's a business we can get involved with, still make money, but have much more freedom of time for our family. For me, that was a big why, and still is up until today.
And so how do you guys feel about all the momentum coming into Africa at the moment? We had an amazing Zoom with Jared Brown and Craig De Bruin last week. And I mean, it's just what we have been working for the last few months now is starting to happen and gain a lot of momentum. How do you guys feel about that?
Excitement. I thought I was excited. Now I'm crazy with excitement. Look, that evening I was nauseous. I thought, oh my word, this is just too good to be true. I had calls after that Zoom. I promise you, my phone was just ringing because all my reps were on the call with me and said, Heidri, what is the plan of action? What are we going to do? Where are we going with this? And I was like, just guys, hang on, it's 9:30 in the evening, let's take this up tomorrow morning. So my entire team is extremely excited, and I can feel the excitement, the fire that they've got. They just want to take this. And now for the first time, I realized what you guys meant when you kept on saying, you're going to wish the pre-launch was longer. I could never understand what you meant by that. I was just, no, we need to launch. We need to get going. And now we're pushing everybody and saying, guys, we only have 40 days left. There's no time to sit around. Hey, you now need to get fired up. So yeah.
Yeah, there's two sides of this coin. On the one side, I would wish, can we not extend this pre-launch because it's such a nice period. On the other hand, I'm feeling, can we just launch so that all the other people that's on bosses can experience all these nice products that we're experiencing at the moment? So I'm juggling that coin at the moment. So it's very exciting.
Well, you guys, whatever the future holds, it's going to be beautiful. And you guys are setting the example for your team. Your team is on fire. You guys are exploding. And one of the things I love about you is you're not waiting for me to do everything, right? You're not waiting on the top leadership. You guys are booking Zooms. You've got a big Zoom for Botswana lined up that you initiated. You guys are working the business, taking full responsibility, and I just absolutely love to see that. So you guys are going to rock it, be very successful, no doubt, but share with everybody. 75 people, I think. I can double check. 72 people on the Zoom, ready to learn from some of the best people regarding prospecting. Tell us, how do you do it? I'm going to mute. Thank you, guys. We're excited to hear from you.
Thank you, Erika.
Thank you very much, Erika. Before we actually want to start, I want to say thank you very much to Erika and to Tammy. I know I saw on Facebook, and you can maybe confirm, I think in this last week or 2 weeks, it was a year ago when you spoke to Africa, and this was actually launched in Africa. So we want to thank you, I think, from everybody in Africa, saying thank you for you guys for bringing this opportunity to Africa. We are so happy and so blessed for you guys sharing this opportunity. We did quickly say we've been in business for about 22 years, owning our own businesses. And I can't remember when last we were so excited about business like now. So yeah, as we said, I'm Bernard, and this is Heidri, my beautiful wife. We stay in Melkbos, the small little town, and I did warn you, remember, English is only for self-defense in this little town of ours. So I'm going to try my best. I want to share a couple of things with you guys. You know, and I'm going to share my screen. If you guys give me a second or two quickly. Share my screen to that. Let me know if you can see it.
You can see it. I find.
Okay, I can't see my other side. I need to see what's going on. Okay. Sorry, give me 2 seconds, guys. No, it's not happening.
All part of Melkbos.
Let's try this again. Okay, can you see this screen sharing now? Not.
You just go back there. Just hold on a second. I just want to get Erika because I can't see her now. There we go. I can see Erika now.
Okay, I can unmute if that helps. So we're
No.
not. Okay, I'm seeing your screen, guys.
Okay, we're gonna quickly move this away so I can just see my second screen.
Okay, perfect. But we see your first slide, New Age RX, the opportunity company.
That's it. That's it. That's it. 100%. So guys, just a couple of tips from my side before I'm going to hand over to Heidri. So, to be great in something, you must be disruptive, and you know that's why New Age has a slogan of disruptive by design. I went and Googled the word disruptive, and I wanted to find out what does it stand for. And the best quote I could get for it was this one. Business disruption refers to any innovation within an industry that radically and lastingly changes the way all companies in that industry operate. Now, New Age is very successful in doing just that, but we shouldn't stop there. I believe that we as business owners should be disruptive in our own way as well. I feel that we don't want to be like every Tom, Dick, and Harry, the hundreds of thousands of people that's walking in the street, just being normal. We want to be different. And to be disruptive and to be different, there's a couple of things we need to be able to do. I'm sure you guys would agree with me that it would be nice if you share this opportunity with somebody, and the response of that person is like, wow, I want to be part of this. And you know, every time my wife shares this opportunity and talks to him, and she gets hoendervleis. Now, I don't know, somebody needs to just in the chat, let me know what is hoendervleis in English, because I've got no clue. So please let me know in the chat so that all the English people also understand hoendervleis. So,
I can see Tammy has no idea either.
so Goosebumps. That's it. Goosebumps. So Heidri's got goosebumps all over her body when she mentioned this opportunity to everyone or to prospects. Okay, to be disruptive, there's a couple of things you need to be. You need to be authentic. You need to take risks. You need to show this business to customers and don't just tell it to customers. And you need to have energy. So to be authentic, it says being authentic means that you need to act in ways that show your true self and how you feel, rather than showing people only a particular side of yourself. You express your whole self genuinely. So to be authentic, it means that being Bernard on Instagram and being Bernard on Facebook needs to be the Bernard I'm at home as well. It doesn't help I share whatever on social media and I'm totally different. So be yourself. The second one is you need to take risks. If you don't take risks, you will always work for somebody who does. So you need to take risks. And guys, I know you won't be on this call if you didn't take the risks. So that's a very important one for us. Show your business to customers. Don't tell them about your business. So this one, I wanna play a short little video for you. I'm sure you've seen this video, but listen to what they say and see what it's about.
Our company roots are deep and distinct. Our combined future is disruptive. Our past is what grounds us and what will propel us to make history. Together. Bigger, better, faster. Because status quo is the opposite of growth. We're challenging everything and stopping at nothing. Setting trends, turning heads, and changing the way business is done. One new company, a $500 million startup with nowhere to go but up. A publicly traded company perfectly positioned for exponential growth. Potential to own a piece of the brand you helped build. With twice the resources, twice the products, twice the perks, twice the expertise, twice the excitement, twice the experience. Riding one powerful rocket ship. One mission with a bigger vision. Home base was comfortable and safe. Flying is more fun. Rally your team. We've got your wings. Stand by for liftoff.
That's it. And then, guys, the last slide from me before I hand to my gorgeous little wife. Yeah, definitely little. So, so energy we talked about, and that's that goosebumps energy. And you know, this gentleman sitting on this slide, for those that doesn't know him, Mr. Brent Palmer, go and search his social media. Go and like his pages. Go and watch his lives. I got this quote from him: "Your energy is contagious. Either you infect people or you affect people." That energy is that goosebumps energy we were talking about. So all to you, my love. Let me just stop this screen sharing quickly.
Perfect. Can everybody see me again? Thanks. Thank you, Bernard. That was inspiring. And yes, I definitely think we should always start, keep on being disruptive and being different. But I do want to talk to you guys a little bit more about prospecting. And I think that it's a big fear of ours. Everybody is scared of prospecting. I know, if I go 8 months back, for me, it was a huge thing, I kept on thinking, I can't prospect yet because I don't know enough. I must first learn more. There was always, for me, it was, I don't know enough. And guys, you know what? That is so wrong. I think, if you had to go and talk to your leadership or the people that's really made thousands of dollars in this business, most of the time, if you ask them, the people that they've enrolled is definitely people that they didn't know. It will be people that they got to know after they already started in network marketing. So don't think that you have to know everything about network marketing, because that's what I thought. And I was so wrong. You know, it's seriously like riding a bicycle. You know, in the beginning, you'll get on, you'll fall off and you'll hurt yourself, but you'll get back on. And before you know it, you will fly. And guys, prospecting to me is exactly the same. You know, you go into it, you're not 100% sure, and you might fall off, you know, saying the wrong thing, might do the wrong thing, or afterwards laugh at yourself. And guys, I promise you, the second time it gets better. The third time it will be much better than the second time. And before you know it, you guys will fly. Prospecting will become as easy as taking a bite of a McDonald's burger. I promise you, it gets that easy, seriously. So I would like to give you guys 5 tips today of how to prospect. And grab a piece of paper, maybe make a note or 2. But this is something that, you know, you can try at home. And I think, you know, it comes back to, I use the abbreviation DMO for daily method of operation. You know, we all should have a daily method of operation and keep it the same. We need to be consistent. We need to do the same thing every single day. So guys, when you start prospecting, I think the very first step, I'm going to give you 5 steps. The very first step is to create an active list. Okay. Now, when I say create an active list, I'm not just talking about writing down 20 names or 30 names of people you know. You need to write down names and names that you didn't even, it must be pages of names. And not just people that you know personally. I'm talking about people on your contacts on your phone. You've got hundreds of contacts on your phone. People that you don't even remember, but write them down. If you can't remember, you know, and you're trying to think and you only get to 20 names or 30 names and you can't remember, there's something called a memory jogger. And when we did the GoPro, it was a weekend training with Erika. He talked about a memory jogger, and you guys can go to his website, and it's actually called, the website's name is networkmarketingpro.com/memory jogger. Don't know if you guys got that down. If you got it, just put it in the chat maybe for the rest of the guys. But if you go onto that website, guys, it's a page, it's a booklet, it's got so many different categories, you know, from, you won't believe it, from hairdressers, plumbing, whatever. There is hundreds and hundreds of different categories. And when you go through them, I promise you guys, it's a seriously memory jogger. You know, you look at something, you think, oh, my handyman, I never thought of him. And you get him down, write his name down. You go down that list, and I promise you, you'll find people that you would never thought of, your personal trainer, maybe somebody you never thought of. So that's the one thing, guys. The very first on your list, create an active list. So that is a lot of names that you guys can write down, especially if you use that memory jogger. Step 2, you need to constantly expand this list. So in other words, don't just keep with that list. For example, today you'll go to the mall, right? And while you're at the mall, the cashier that's working there, you think, oh my word, this girl's service is just top notch. That girl, you want to get to know better, because that's a girl that you can enroll. So go home, get that girl's name when you're there, and just say to her, listen, you know what, you're giving great service. Go home, put her name on your list. You don't have to phone her and tell her about the opportunity immediately. But you're going to go back to Pick n Pay the next day or the day after, and you'll see again, and you guys will build a relationship. You'll greet her because you know her name now, and so you'll build a little bit of a relationship.
That sounds like the girl that washed our carpets.
Yes, great example, guys. We've got her on the Zoom tonight. Beautiful Lee. So that is exactly how it works, guys. Expand your list daily. Don't just write those names down and think that's your list. You have to go every day out, whether you're going to business, whether you're going to the gym, whether you're going to the hairdresser. There might be somebody sitting next to you at the hairdresser, or you're doing your nails, and just, you know, start talking to her. Start talking to her about nails, about whatever. You'll get a feeling for her and connect with her. So
guys, before you go, trust your gut. You know, we've got a retail store, and twice I've walked past people and I got this feeling, I need to talk to this guy. And I went to him and I said, you know, would you be interested in listening to a business opportunity? And he said, yes. And I immediately took him to Heidri.
He did. He does that all the time. I sit in my office and work, and when I look up, Bernard is standing here with someone. Guys, then third on my list, I've got raise awareness. And I think what I mean with that is that be aware of wherever you go and whatever you do, whoever you talk to, that could be a potential business partner to you. I mean, before I was in network marketing, I wouldn't say I had any awareness of what was going around me or the people around me. I was like, I want to go to Pick n Pay and I want to go home because I've had a long day. Now I go to Pick n Pay with awareness. You know, when I'm even in an aisle and there's somebody there that is in the sweet aisle like I am normally, because I've got sugar cravings all the time, you know, the person in the sweet aisle, I'll connect with and say, oh, do you have the same problem than me? You know, it is that's true.
That is a problem.
That is a problem. So, you know, those are the type of people that you can really connect with. It should be easy. It should be fun. And it's just about being aware of people around you for this business opportunity. And then the fourth thing is don't ever prejudge. You know, that is something that I've also learned from our leaders. I mean, we've got amazing leaders that's been in this business for so many years. And, you know, they've been through the ups and downs, and they've been through what works and what doesn't work. So, you know, and we've learned from them, don't ever prejudge someone. You know, I would often go and think, oh, but that person has got too much money. Why would that person be interested? No, I'm not going to ask them. Or no, I'm not going to tell them about the opportunity because they're already so successful. I mean, it wasn't like we were not successful, and somebody approached us. And yes, initially I thought, no, this is not for me. But then, you know what? When she asked me the third time, I was at a place where I was just not in a good place where my work was concerned. And I was tired of, you know, staff issues or whatever was going on that day. And it was just the right time. It was the right time for me. And so don't ever prejudge people. You know, they might just be praying for an opportunity. You never know what's happening in that person's life. So wherever you see, just mention this opportunity to them. And I call it, or, you know, we all call it that we're just sowing the seeds, guys. And prospecting is seriously about sowing the seeds, because you never know when the time is right for that person. And it might not be the day that you actually talk to them, but, you know, keep on sending them information, keep on sending them product info, you know, prospecting Zooms. They might just hear something one day that will trigger them. And then they would be they're going to be forever grateful to you. So don't, you know, get scared when somebody says no. It just might not be the right time at that moment for them. I think I gave you guys the fourth one. Don't ever prejudge. And then the last one on my list, network on purpose. What that means is you guys need to go out and get involved in, maybe join a networking group, volunteer where you can meet people, or focus more on your hobbies. If you've got a certain hobby and you've not really been involved with your hobby for a long time because you've been just too busy, life is happening, you know, try and go back to that. I used to absolutely love playing action netball. That was my thing. And, you know, and it was just, work was busy, and then it was the kids, and it was this. And you know what? Network marketing has now forced me to go back to action netball, because I love that. I loved it. And now I'm going to go back and I'm going to have a circle of people that I haven't seen for ages. And I'm going to connect with them again on a totally different level. So, you know, go out, get out of the house, go and meet people, even if you just sit at the restaurant. And guys, please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we are predators. We are not going to a funeral and hand out business cards. You know, that is not what I'm saying. But you're going to know, you know, you're going to know who to talk to, when to talk to that person. And it's almost like Bernard is saying, you'll have that gut feeling, you know, I can connect with this person. I can feel this person's energy, because that is important. So that is my 5 things I wanted to tell you guys for prospecting. But what I would also just like to tell you is that if you feel that, we didn't talk about events now. I just spoke about normal prospecting, but events is a big thing, and it works like magic. I cannot tell you guys. We have had a couple of events in Cape Town, not a lot, but we did have, quite a big event for a lot of business owners. And guys, when you have those events, it's really important to dress properly. You want to look professional. You guys want to show up, and wherever your prospects is that you're going to invite, when they get there, they need to look at you and think, wow, this is a top-notch business. This is not just a side thing. So we need to look professional at all times. Make sure, send out your invites, get your prospect list, work on a date, get your invites out to your prospects. And if you're scared and you think, oh, but I don't know enough yet to be able to host a prospect event, please reach out to your upline. I promise you guys, we love helping. We love it. We've been in the business for more months than you guys. And yes, we also don't know it all, but I promise you, we can get the answers. We'll get it for you guys, because we've got an amazing upline in the UK, in the USA. We've got great help, Nick in Johannesburg. There's so many people that we can really tap into to get the answers. But events is really important, and it doesn't have to be big, guys. You can have it at a house. Invite 3 or 4 of your girlfriends, or 3 or 4 of your rugby buddies, or whatever, get them over for a braai, and talk to them. You just tell them about this opportunity, share it with them, and get your upline involved, get them to go with you, because it's always better to do it maybe 2 or 3 people, because it's you feel more confident when there's somebody there that you feel has been in the business for a longer period. Definitely confidence plays a huge role when you have your upline there. And for us, we love sharing. So, we don't mind going with you and helping you. We've done it a couple of times. I'm going to share a few pictures with you guys of 2 events that we've done, one in Cape Town. And I think that Bernard, if you can just share that while I'm talking, it is important for you guys that you do it properly. I mean, when we got there, I had name badges printed. That was just the table that we had. I don't know if you guys can see that, Erika. Oh, is that perfect? Yeah. Right. So, that was just the entrance table that we had. Got a little bit of flowers, went to Woolworths, got a few plants there. And then we just displayed some of our products. Now, I know you guys might say, but it's difficult now because we're waiting for the launch. We don't know what products we're going to get. But guys, we can now sell the opportunity. We go out and we tell people not so much about the products, but about the opportunity that's hitting South Africa, and not just South Africa, but the entire Africa. So we don't just have to have the products there. They'll see our excitement and they would want to get part of this business. I already know the products is going to be fantastic. I don't doubt that at all, because we've seen the products that we've had for this 7 and 8 past months, and it is the highest quality. We've seen Diana Latson. This lady is no crap. She will not give us anything that's substandard. It will be the best of the best. So product-wise, guys, you don't have to worry. I promise you that shouldn't be any of your worries. So
and before you go, it was so funny. We was doing this presentation, and this one guy in the middle was starting to yawn, and Heidri immediately handed over Rejuvenix. Come on, guys, you need to try this in the Rejuvenix. And she handed over, and this guy was over the moon, and everybody was up and running again, and we were good.
Yeah, I picked on him. I said, oh, sir, I can see you're a bit tired, but I've got the perfect thing for you. And I gave him, I said, just drink 3 of them now. I promise you, you're going to feel better in a short while. So, so guys, make sure your table is nice and presentable. There's just a few more to show you. We had like a little bit of each of our products there.
Next.
Next, that was just, oh. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Bernard's interrupting me. Yeah, we had like just our name badges. We were prepared. We know which people was going to come. And we made sure when they got there that they felt that they were important. They felt that we actually put effort in to make them feel welcome. We had a name badge for them. And so when we were mingling, everybody knew what their name was, and we could interact that way. So that's also quite important. We served some coffee. We had a platter of sandwich. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. I mean, this really honestly didn't cost a lot. You'll see there was a little bit of nuts. and with a flour and water, and we had one sandwich platter. So guys, it wasn't a big deal, but it was such an amazing event. Here you'll see a couple of us that was at the very first event. We were a small group of people, but it was really honestly great. This is an event that was done in Johannesburg, for example, and you'll see there was, we printed out flyers, we had booklets, and it was just to show the people that we put time into it, and we gave them each a sample of a product just to take home and test. But this is what you can do, guys. This is something small that you can do. Bernard, you can just stop the share. That was just a few examples of how we did it. But, as I said, you can do it at home, but just be professional. Be professional, dress code. You don't want to be in slacks and in the tracksuit pants. They need to see this is a company that's listed on NASDAQ. We're proud of this company, and we are excited for this company to come to South Africa.
Yeah, and get your team involved. Just to give you a simple example, the last one we did actually at our home, and the morning of the event, the estate decided to do maintenance work on the electricity. We quickly jumped onto our group. We said, guys, we've got a problem. And happily we had Bob the Builder in our group, Franco, and he saved the day. He came, he rewired all the electricity, got us a generator, and we did the event. We didn't stop the event. We went through with it and pushed through. So it's definitely a team event, and everybody pulled in and helped, and it was just amazing.
Yeah, guys, just to have your teams with you and backing your teams. We are excited in Cape Town because I just love everybody in our team, and we do things together. We enjoy life together. We enjoy this network marketing together because it's really new to all of us. We're learning every single day. I've never been in network marketing before, so we all learn, but we learn together. And then the last thing that I want to leave you with, we're done, but my wish for all of you is that you decide to become a network marketing professional. Guys, it's a stone cold fact that we do have a better way. So let's go out to the world and tell them. Thank you so much, Erika. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you all for listening.
I'm not done yet. I want to ask you a few questions. Right?
Oh gosh, okay.
Tell me about when you canvas or when you prospect somebody that you just met. Let's say you meet somebody in a restaurant. What do you say? So now we're talking to somebody that does not have confidence, but this server at the restaurant has given them excellent service. And it's somebody that they think, man, I'd love to have you on my team, but they don't know much. They've just enrolled with a boss in South Africa. What do you say to somebody like that? How do you approach them? What do you say?
So this is a person who hasn't enrolled yet, right? This is a person I'm just meeting now.
Yeah,
I'm just giving you great service. Okay, so I give you guys actually a true story. So we went to Mossel Bay a couple of weekends ago for Easter weekend, and we stopped at a garage in between, and you won't believe it. There was a girl, and she came up to us, and she said, oh, we've got this brilliant product, you spray it on your windows, and let me give you an example. And she started washing the windows before we could say, no, thank you, we're not interested. And she sprayed it on the windows, and she says, look at this. And she blew on the window to show us that there's no fog. And then she carried on spraying it inside the car. And she said, look at how the dirt comes off. This is just an amazing product. And she said, guys, it's going to be today, you can get 2 for the price of 1. When you go to Midas, you're going to pay the same price, but you'll only get 1. And guys, I looked at Bern and I laughed. I said, we need to get her. We need to get her on our team. And I said to the girl, yes. And I said to the girl, listen, so you guys, do you live here? And she says, no, we come with a taxi from Cape Town. And then we stay here for 4 days. And we have to do this. And we sell as many as possible of these sprays, these tins. And then we go back again. I said, so, and I said, when you go back to Cape Town, what do you do then? She says, no, then we probably go to the next place. I said, and do you enjoy that, going to all these places all the time? She says, well, no, I don't see my children often, but, I have to do this for money. And I said, well, what if I can offer you an opportunity where you can stay home, but you'll still have to work hard, But I promise you, it's going to be the best decision of your life, because you will make money while you're at your home with your children, and you'll make money for the rest of your life. Not just one tin, and you're going to make that money once, and tomorrow you must look for a new client again. You're going to make money from that same client over and over and over. And she said, when can I start? So, you know, that is just the way. I tell them about this opportunity, and they just see the excitement in me and they want to get part of it. They say to me, tell me more, tell me more. People are so hungry for an opportunity in South Africa, for something better. Erika, they're so grateful for you that you're actually telling them about this opportunity. So we bought 2 tins from this girl. I took her number and details, and yes, that's how I do it.
And I think the gut feeling is also very important. We were sitting at a coffee shop, and these 2 gentlemen were sitting next to us, and you know, I like motorcycling, so this guys, I could see the motorbike guys. So
I got no attention because he was looking at them the whole time.
So I started chatting with these guys. Listen, guys, what type of motorcycles you're driving? What you're doing here? So it works out that this guy is a pastor for the Bikers Church in Cape Town, and he was. And at the end of the day, we were exchanging testimonies and we were talking
and numbers.
Yeah, and I said to him, listen, this opportunity is here in South Africa. It's brand new. Would you guys be interested in just listening to us for an hour? And Bob's your uncle. There you go.
I love that, you guys. And I love how you listen for common ground. Heidri, you spoke in the beginning about your desire to be home with your children. And when that woman said that to you, you immediately knew that there was common ground. And the same with you, Bernard. You love motorcycles. You look for common ground, right? And how do you present this opportunity to family members that are skeptical?
We've got that. That's a difficult one. You know, you want your entire family to be involved because you see the vision, you see what's going to happen, and you see the future. To me, it feels like it's a no-brainer, right? Mm-hmm. But your family, they don't see that. They don't always see it, right? And we tried a couple of them, and then we let it go. Erika, we let it go, and we thought they will see. We will go through it. We'll fight the battles. We'll build our teams, and then they're going to see what's happening, and then they're going to want to be part of it, and they will be part of it. Then they might not be part of it now. So some of them, yes, some of them jumped into the opportunity and said we in it. But I think sometimes family don't trust you as much. Because you know you're either the younger sister, so what do you know, or you're the younger brother, so what do you know? But you know they see the excitement and they can see what's happening, because when we get together, family together, so we can't stop talking about it, you know, because we want to tell them. So they will come back to you eventually. If you guys do sit with something similar where family is not as excited about the opportunity, or they don't want to jump in immediately, you know, just give them the space. I promise you guys, they will come back. They will come back to you.
Yeah, I always think there's 2 types of guys. You will pitch this to two different guys. The one will immediately say to you, this is a pyramid scheme. Sorry, not interested. The next guy would be an entrepreneur, and he would say, and he would see a business opportunity in this. And that's the type of guy we want. That's the guy we behind.
Well, once again, you guys, we're back to sowing seed.
Exactly.
We're back to sowing seed. And if it's meant to come up, it will in time. So I'm going to end the Zoom with the last question, you guys. How do you deal with the rejection when people say no? That's a big thing in our industry.
You know what, that's a tough one. And I think for me, it's much worse than for Bernard. Bernard is somebody, he couldn't care, you know, in the sense of, for him, it's easier to handle rejection. And for me, it's tough because I take it personally. And I've learned in these 8 months that it's not personal at all. And you can't take it personal. But it was definitely harder for me than for Bernard. And I think, and I use this example over and over again, and my team members that's on this call tonight will know it, and they'll probably laugh because they will know this. But I always say to them, with how do you say it? The light went on for me the day when Tammy said on the Zoom, guys, the only difference between us here in the US, that's been in network marketing for hundreds or for years, for many years, and you guys that's just started off in it, we've had thousands more no's than you guys. And I sat there and I thought, oh, Tammy had a no. What? I couldn't believe it. Erika had a no. What? I thought they just get yeses all the time. So for me, that made me switch like this. Yeah. Then I could accept the no's because I thought, well, Tammy and Erika are so successful. And on their road to success, they had no's. They had loads of no's. So who am I to not have no's? And so those people, when they say no to me now, and they don't always say no, they will just say, not sure. But then I would even make it easier for them and say, you know what? I don't think this is the right time for you. Because I then know they actually just feel too bad to say no to me. But now I can now take it and I don't feel bad anymore. And I'll say to him, you know what? Let's talk about it again in a couple of months. Maybe this is not the right time for you. And we just move on. Like Tammy said, you just move on to the next one, you know?
She doesn't accept the no. She's lying.
I do not.
I believe you, Bernard. I've seen it.
Okay, I am persistent, but I don't. Yeah, if somebody really says no, I won't be sleepless. You know, I'll go sleep.
You know, she's the only one that ever said to somebody that wanted to sign on, I don't think you should sign on.
Yes.
Yeah. I nearly fell off my chair. I brought her this girl. She was ready to sign on Ultimate. It was 28,000 Rand at that stage. The Rand was 17. Oh, this lady said to Heidri, I will sign up now, but you need to do this and this and this for me. And Heidri said to her, no, you don't understand.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know, it's your business. And that's what you guys, you taught us that. You know, it's your business. You need to take ownership for that business. I'm not doing your business for you. No, I'm offering you an opportunity and I'm showing you what's possible. But this is your business to run. I'm not running it for you. And if you expect me to run it for you, then I don't want you in my team. So, you know, in my team, we've got strong business builders. Every single one of them go out and they do what they need to do to make a success of it.
And you do so well together, you guys. A huge congrats to the entire Bernard and Heidri Standard team. You guys rock it. And you guys, we always speak about having fun. I want to encourage you, if you're on the Zoom, don't lose your joy. This is a tough business. Any business is a tough business, right? But we will not lose our joy, and people are attracted to that. So have fun. I almost want to say, find a way to have fun with a nose too, you know?
Correct.
It's not the end of your world. So it's part of business. Guys, thank you for your practical insight on prospecting and events. You guys were amazing. You're a beautiful couple. You have a beautiful family. And let me just end the Zoom with this. Heidri and Bernard is actually training their kids on network marketing. And I got a message from one of them saying that their son actually sold Rejuvenix to his maths teacher. So I was like, well, there you go. The power of prospecting, right? And then their youngest son quotes Brent Palmer. He follows him all over social media. So I think we're doing something right, you guys.
I decided they're not going to struggle like me for years before they see a light at the end of the tunnel. They need to see it now.
Oh, well, you guys, I want to ask everybody on the Zoom to send some hearts to Heidri and Bernard Standard. And in the chat box, give them a huge shout out and a huge thank you. You guys are amazing. How blessed we are to have you on our team. Thanks for everything that you do. We absolutely love working with you guys.
I just want to say thank you, Erika, and thank you to everybody on this chat. Thanks for listening to us, and I hope you guys got some useful info. And yes, we're all in this together. We're all one.
And guys, as we end this training Zoom, I just have to give a huge shout out. And some of these people are on your team, Heidri, Bernard. We had an awesome competition in Africa for our team there. They knocked it out of the park. I want to congratulate Franco for 3rd place, Martha, second place, and the awesome Michael Fleur for signing 14 reps in 2 weeks. Well done, Michael, first place. We just love you guys. And I want to encourage you guys, if you are on the Zoom, it doesn't matter whose team you are on. It doesn't matter what country you are from. Guys, we have an opportunity in our hands that we can share with people with confidence. And I want to encourage you, use the tips that Heidri and Bernard shared today. Let's go and build a future for ourselves, but let's also present keys and resources to people that want to do the same all over the world. We're all the same. So in true Ubuntu style, you're welcome to unmute and say your goodbyes. Thank you for joining us. Thank you everybody for being on today. We love you. Well done, Heidri, Bernard, and I look forward to seeing you Thursday, 8 p.m. SA time, our prospecting Zoom with Brent in the house. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Awesome Zoom.